So hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now this video is actually taken from a website called Official Strongman, and it's got a lot of exclusive behind the scenes from myself, especially back when I was competing, a lot of the other World's Strongest Man athletes, and especially some of the underclasses. So you've got like World's Strongest Man under 105, under 84, under 80, you know, that kind of thing, and the women's under 64s. So there's lots of different classes in there, of all different athletes, from all different, you know, genders and weight classes and everything else. So this video, if you want to see more videos like this, then you have to go to officialstrongman.com. You sign up. You can opt out at any point, but you sign up, and it is basically Netflix for strongman. Got lots of old archive in there, lots of old competitions. You can watch, for instance, an old live stream from Europe's Strongest Man, Britain's Strongest Man from a couple of years back, and as more strongman events happening, we'll have more and more archive added into that. But this video you're about to watch is a video that I did back in my prep I think it was for Britain's Strongest Man in 2018. Hence why I'm a bit bigger, a few less tattoos and whatever else. But it gives you a good insight of how I recovered for a full day of recovery during my strongman sort of career. So enjoy the video, guys. Head over to officialstrongman.com. Just check it out. That's all I ask of you. Go and check it out. So hey guys, today we're going to be doing cardio. Basically in strongman, you only have to be fit for 60 seconds. So that's all I'll train for. I'll do 60 seconds on, 60 seconds off. It will vary from battle ropes to skiers to wall balls, to press-ups, to sit-ups, to farmer's walk, to boxing, to bodyweight squats, overhead pressing, just no end of exercises. So, and I've done my warm-up now. I've just done about 10 minutes of jogging, mobilising, and we'll get stuck in now. We'll do about 50 minutes of circuit training. Usually pick 5 or 6 different apparatus. We'll get stuck in. Just finished the HIIT training, and I'm done about 50 minutes continuous, minute on, minute off, so that's good. It's kept my heart rate above 140 beats per minute for about 50 minutes, which is perfect, which means my cardiovascular system will benefit from that. I will get fitter, and also it's good for the joints, good for mobility. We'll now have a go at the world record ski urge. I like to do it at the end of every session. I've got the world record at 13.7. I'm going to try and beat that today. I don't share world records, as you know. Let's just give that a bash before I go home. So I've just had a go at the ski urge. didn't get the world record today, which is it's not top of my list, but I'll come back next week, maybe the week after. Just keep plodding along. I won't give up till I get it, you know what I'm like. But it was a good attempt, 13.9. The world record is 13.7. Right, we're going to head off for breakfast now. It's a Wednesday for me, so Wednesday's like my full recovery day. Do my cardio in the morning, and I'll go for a full fry up, and then we'll do physio, hot, cold, hyperbaric. So follow me. So we've done cardio this morning. Probably most mornings I like to come and have a full English fry up. It's got a bad rap, but when you actually look at the nutritional content of a fry up, it's actually a very good meal, even if you aren't trying to put weight on. So just wolfing this down, and then I've got my pal Derek here. We'll go and work on a few niggles I've got. I've got a very sore Achilles heel. We'll do some work on. My left front delt is very inflamed, so we'll work on that. So obviously I've got log press this week. I want to try and get all my injuries subdued, ready for the competition on April 7th. And then after that, it's just all the recovery stuff, all the stretching, hot, cold. Basically just a chill day for me. Full recovery day, eat lots of food, do everything I can to recover for training tomorrow.
So what's the plans for this then?
So I've come today to get treatment on the Achilles and the shoulder, and then all being well, they should, along with the shockwave and other treatments and hot, cold and everything else, they should disappear.
Ed's done this on shoulder press type of movement, and he's strained a couple of muscles. His anterior deltoid, his medial deltoid. He's got a long head and a short head of his biceps that sort of comes up here as well. They've both been affected. So we're basically doing some soft tissue releases through the front area, just to try and sort of get any swelling and scar tissue broken down a little bit, and to give him a little bit more movement, a little bit less pain. And by doing this, releasing it, we get the blood flow into the area, and we break up the scar tissue so the body can get rid of it a little bit more effectively.
Get in, you
30 seconds in, mate.
Oh my god. Oh, you're gonna stop tickling me now, you
Come on.
I mean, I use a physio, I suppose his proper title is a sports
masseuse or a sports therapist.
Sports therapist, on a daily basis, that comes around to my house and just breaks down my muscles, keeps me limber, and does help with injuries, of course. You know, and I take him to the shows because he's good to help me stretch out and get my muscles loose and everything. But if I ever get any serious injuries, I will come to Derek, because this guy has got 20 plus years experience. It doesn't matter how many courses or degrees you've got, you cannot beat experience. And every time I get an injury, I come to Derek and he will sort it out. And that's very important in the world. Experience always beats qualifications.
What moves were you doing before that were actually sort of causing issues, causing pain?
So the main thing is incline bench.
Right, okay.
Obviously right across the top.
Yeah.
And then when I'm doing really heavy dumbbells,
Right.
it just feels like it's sort of trying to come out, it's trying to like go forward.
Right, okay.
So I really have to concentrate to keep my shoulder back.
Right, okay.
Keep pressing.
Okay.
And then obviously when I get to heavy log press, it just seems to get inflamed. Feels more on the long head. Because obviously the log's a little bit in front of you, isn't it? So you're sort of using your bicep to sort of...
I mean, it's hard for you at the moment because you've got so much mass over your
Yeah.
bicipital groove, which your long head goes through.
Yeah.
It's hard to get down and feel it, mate, you know what I mean? You feel the groove a little bit there.
Yeah.
But because you've got so much mass there, it's just a bit of guesswork, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just hop up for a sec, and then I'll just do a little bit of a test on you to sort of see. Up we go. 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 Well done, mate. Nice one. Well done.
That felt fine all the way.
Fantastic. That's good.
Yeah, that felt good.
Okay. Over here, we're going to go to the side now. Touch your thumbs.
Yeah, a little bit there.
A little bit twingy there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, just
so that's the worst bit.
Yeah, okay.
Just that bit.
Right, okay. So turn it so your palm's facing downwards. Okay, do the same.
Yeah, there.
Kick in again.
Right across the front here.
Right, okay.
Feel it there.
Okay, okay. Down again. Right, thumbs out to the side. Resist. So let's go. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Keep going.
Feels okay now.
Good, good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Bring them together.
A little bit there.
Okay, cool. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Stop me and relax. Brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Just sit down there for me. Like a little plate at the side of your shoulder.
Oh, yeah, tickling's really tickling today. Oh my god.
5 to go. 1, 2,
3 tickle.
3,
2 tickle.
4. 1
tickle.
4 for good luck. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. Alright.
No, not.
There you go. No need for that sort of abusive language at all, mate. Not in this room. This is an Achilles tendon issue, but it's more to do with the actual cover or the paratenon, which sort of encapsulates the Achilles tendon itself. So there's swelling in the sheath that surrounds the Achilles tendon. And again, it's a similar sort of treatment to the Achilles tendon, soft tissue releases, etc., to try and sort of get the swelling and the scar tissue down. But it can be a little bit tender. And Ed reacts.
T-E-N-D-E-R. Look it up, it means it hurts.
Ed overreacts a little bit. But he likes the stage play, you know what I mean? He's getting acting classes, it's getting worse.
Yeah. How's it compared to the other one? You roll the shot down?
I don't know, mate, I haven't felt it yet. Not interested in the other one.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with
That one's
that.
not sore.
Exactly, there's nothing wrong with the other one.
That
So
one's not sore, I'm not touching that one.
I'm not touching it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 1, and release.
So my Achilles was hindering my log press very heavily. So basically when I'm push pressing, you get a lot of power from your calves, and because my Achilles was so tender, oh my god, I couldn't get the full amount of power out my calf. Also, it's on the back of your head. Is it going to pop off because it was that painful? So I'm just making sure Derek's just getting all the scar tissue out of it, which will massively reduce the risk of injury. Massively.
Bring him up.
How long for?
No particular time, okay, just back. 2 seconds contraction up the top, and then just rock back for no particular time. Just take it back and come forward. 20 to go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Look at that ass.
Yeah, feels better.
Stretching wise, you need to do that one against the wall, where you got your knee bent,
Yeah.
okay, and you're bending your knee over that foot,
Yeah.
making sure that the heel doesn't rise.
Right. Okay.
Hold it for 30 seconds, come off, and do on the other side, okay? Do 5 on each side, okay, after you do that, get over a step, do a double stretch, okay?
Yeah.
First third of your foot on the step and then drop both of your heels down,
Yeah.
alright? So your gastrocnemius stretch, is that one okay? Straight leg, don't have your leg bent.
Yeah.
Do that for 5 on each leg, and then go back to your Soleil stretch again, okay? 5 on each time.
Five times 30 seconds.
5 on the right, 5 on the left, straight on the step, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 30-second holds, okay?
Okay.
It's boring as hell to do.
Well, that's my life, mate.
Yeah.
Repeat. That's physio done. He's given me Achilles a good bashing, and shoulder a good bashing. Definitely released. Definitely feels easier. Achilles feel better. Got to put yourself out your comfort zones all the time, especially at this level. That's what you've got to do. I mean, the rest of the day now, I got plenty of fluids, plenty of food. I just want to get my body fully recovered. It's basically a whole day dedicated to reduce the recovery time. You know, it takes you 10 days to recover from a heavy deadlift. It's up to you to reduce that recovery time. Having physio takes a day off. Doing hot cold treatments takes a day off. Doing hyperbaric treatment takes a day off. You add all these things up, you get that recovery time down to 7 days, and then you're hitting the same muscle groups every 7 days, and that's how you do it. People train as hard as me. I know that for a fact. But what people don't do is recover as hard as me. That's where I get the advantage. So hey guys, we're about to go into my hyperbaric chamber. Now, as you can see, this is a homemade piece of kit. It is 5mm solid steel, 2 meters long, or 2 meters 20 long. It weighs about, honestly, about over a ton. It took about eight guys my size to get this in. So it wasn't a light piece of structure. I had to put a window in just for claustrophobia needs. I need a bit of daylight in there. So I put a piece of perspex in that can withstand the pressures. It's actually only 3mm perspex, but we had to get that thickness because it had to bend, and also the pressures, it does expand. So when I'm in there, the cameraman will show you that the perspex will bow out because of all the pressure. And here's the PSI gauge. I'll probably only take it up to about 20 PSI today, and I'll do an hour and a half in there at 20 PSI. Breathing pure oxygen. Now I've got all my oxygen machines here that I will switch on, and they all enter the chamber via one pipe. So we've got an oxygen in, it says here, and then we've got an oxygen out as well. And basically that's just an oxygen in, it just goes through a mouthpiece and it gets sucked out via the pressures, basically. It's pressurized via a medical compressor because I can't have any dust in there, I can't have any rust or metal particles in the air. If I inhale one speck of metal dust under pressure, that could get into my bloodstream, get into my heart, kill me. If the oxygen levels become too high, it can get into my bloodstream, and my blood can get too oxygenated, and that can kill me. We also, because there's so much oxygen in there, so this is an oxygen meter. So normal oxygen levels, just let it calibrate. Okay, so that's calibrated to 21% now. So I'll know if I'm in the chamber, if that builds up to anything above 60-70%, we're getting to dangerous oxygen levels. End of the day, I'm breathing pure oxygen, but some does leak out into the chamber. I will pressurize the chamber with a medical compressor, and I'll also force the oxygen in through another medical compressor. So there's 2 medical compressors, and basically I'll just operate the chamber via a load of levers inside the chamber. When I first used this, I did have a panic attack and I let the pressure out too quick, and I did end up giving myself quite a severe headache for about 3 weeks. So it's not a toy, you know, this is a serious bit of kit. Yeah, so I can see the PSI gauge whilst I'm in the chamber, and basically if the pressure starts rising too high, I can just pull a lever and let the pressures out, keep it around 20 PSI. If it drops too low, I can close the lever, let the pressure build up, and vice versa. So basically the pressures are controlled via a series of levers in there that I have to do manually. And basically if I were to pass out or go unconscious, the pressures would get so high, build up, that the perspex would crack. So it's also a good safety measure because steel wouldn't crack or go. So this is like my lifesaver. So if I fall asleep and the pressures build too high, the perspex will crack and that will release the pressure. So it's like my emergency release as well. So this is the mouthpiece that I'll be breathing through. So basically one pipe brings in pure oxygen, and then the other pipe sucks out the used air, the carbon dioxide, the excess oxygen. So that's oxygen in, and then this is the other pipe that forces the excess oxygen out. Right, I'm ready to go in. Okay. So this is for the cameraman. If I go unconscious or I'm unresponsive or whatever, there's an emergency release valve there. Lift that up, that will let all the pressure out, and then the door will open. There's no lock on the door. The only thing that seals the door is the pressure. So in order to open the door, you have to release the pressure. That's the only way to do it. Right, I'm going in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is close off the inlet valve, let the pressure build up. So that noise you can hear at the minute It's just the oxygen coming into the chamber. So I'm just waiting for the compressor to build up air, and then I'll release the valve quickly. And as you can see around the door, there's a rubber seal all around the door, and that's what pushes against the chamber and seals the room, basically. Right, so what I'm going to do now is open the compressor valve and pressurize the room, and this is going to get very loud. I'm actually going to stick earplugs in because the noise can literally burst your eardrums. So as the pressure builds up, you will see the needle coming off the rest point any second now. And I think it doesn't even come off the gauge, off the rest pin, until it's at like 5 psi. So we're building up nicely. So I don't know if Gus can get that on his camera, but that is the percentage of oxygen in the chamber itself. I'm breathing pure oxygen through the pipe, but that's what's leaking into the chamber. So basically, if that gets above 70%, that's pretty dangerous. That's where, you know, it's getting towards where if you create a spark, you blow yourself up massively. And the chamber is earthed, but there's every chance you could create a spark in it. Just coming up to 5 psi, and I say we'll take it to about 17 psi, I think, today. And I'll get some good healing out of that. I'll do an hour. So I'm sitting at 17 psi. I will sit at this for an hour and 15 minutes, which is long enough, breathing pure oxygen, and then I'll just decompress the chamber nice and slowly and make my way out. Right guys, I have done an hour and 15 minutes in here now at 17 psi, breathing pure oxygen. So I am now going to decompress the chamber nice and slowly. It'll take me about 10-15 minutes to decompress, and then slip out, basically. That's it. This is also a very dangerous process, because if you decompress it too quick, then the pressures in my body, in my lungs, in my veins, in my blood, just imagine so imagine I'm 20 meters deep under the sea. I've got all that pressure on my body, and then that split second I'm at the surface, and I've got to bring myself up gradually, otherwise those pressures inside me could try and force the ways out, come out my eyes, my ears, my lungs, really do some damage. You can burst blood vessels. There is such a thing as the bends. Deep sea divers get it if they come up from deep sea too quick. It can make them very, very ill. I have done it to myself before, actually, in here. You can have very severe headaches for weeks and weeks and weeks because you burst blood vessels in your brain. I'll see you in 15 when I'm out. Right, so I've let the pressure off. The door should be released. I feel like I've just been reborn. So I've just done an hour and 15 in the hyperbaric chamber. I feel good, I feel revitalised. You'd be amazed how you feel when you spent an hour, an hour under pressure with oxygen. It makes a huge difference. 1 hour in that chamber is the same as having 12 hours recovery outside the chamber. So put it in easy, understandable terms. If I'm doing an hour every single day in that chamber, I'm getting an extra 3.5 days recovery on everybody else, and that's a lot. That is a lot. You know, this is what won me World's Strongest Man 2017. This was the game changer. To finish off my recovery day, I'm going to do hot cold, and in the hot I'll do my stretching, which is pretty boring, so I'm not going to show you much of that. But basically, for my stretching, I will just stretch off the hamstrings, the quads, the abductors, try and get the shoulders, the lats, biceps, basically all the big important muscles. About 30 seconds on each, just get them to the release, and then that's it. I'll do 10 minutes hot, and then I'll try and hit 5 minutes in the cold. Now the cold is cold. I think it's set at 6 degrees, which is it's Atlantic Sea sort of temperature. You know, you jump in and you balls disappear in your stomach, you lose your breath, and then the hot is set at 40 degrees. So the contrast is quite extreme. You know, we're going 40 to 6, jumping from one to the other, but the benefits are massive. There are so many benefits to hot and cold for the recovery process.
So what temperature is this?
So this is set at 6 degrees.
Oh, yeah, that's cold.
Yep. Oh god. I say when I do this in the winter, like when I take the cover off, it's got ice on the top, which is what it is. You know, it should be an ice bath. I mean, people use cold tubs and they have them set like 13 degrees. That's not cold. That won't do for you. 6 degrees is cold. Oh my god. So I'll do 10 minutes in the hot now, and basically just repeat probably 3-4 times. I'll do 3-4 minutes in the cold, and then about 8 to 10 minutes in here. Just keep repeat. That's it. That is hot cold treatment. Basically the recovery process from that is phenomenal. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the other videos and hit me up in the forum if you've got any questions. As always, take care and be awesome. See you later, guys.